Okay, cool. Alright. Sweet, it looks like I got here back in time too. So they finally got their last guy in, so
Yep.
should be good to go. Excited to see these two teams. Both these teams are kind of they're kind of in our middle rank as far as the ranking goes right now. The Smite players and BSU should be a really good game. BSU is actually a really good team. I actually really like this team.
Yeah.
So, plus on Smite players, I mean, they always seem to have like tricks in their sleeves, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen either team play, so it'll be interesting for me for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So.
So do you know any comps they like to go with?
I mean, most of it. I mean, really, they just all these teams like would just stay on the basic meta, really, you know. And I don't really know any specific. Like, it seems like every team just has a new comp to try every week.
That keeps it nice and fresh.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just checking if we're ready to go.
Yep. Looks like they will go, and whip it out. Oh, Lupa. Alright, and here we go into it. First to ban is going to be Smite players here.
Drumroll.
Drumroll, and a Lulu. So, a Lulu banned by Smite players. Go ahead.
I haven't seen a Lulu ban ever.
That's interesting. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Lulu is definitely a hard support, but man, I've seen her go at AD, and she can really be a beast. So.
Yeah. I was watching a game the other day, and there was a Lulu that tore it up, but it was the only Lulu I've ever seen pull it off. So I'm actually very surprised. There must be somebody on the other team that can play Lulu very, very well.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like BSU going for the Shyvana ban, definitely wiping out a jungle. So she's a very strong jungler. She becomes very tanky, very quick.
They ban another support.
Yeah. Smite players bans Janna. So this will be interesting.
Those Janna supports, I hate them so much. You can never catch anyone. And there goes another support. Yeah. They're just banning out the supports this game.
Yeah, for sure. Soraka definitely is strong, very strong, especially for a bottom lane to have a Soraka at the bottom, giving the infinite mana pool to the carry, and all that. So.
I think we're actually having a really interesting bottom lane, considering they've been banning out most of the good supports, I guess is the way to put it. The only one they would have to get rid of now would be Sona, and they do it.
Oh man, they do Sona. Wow.
The only sustained support that's still, well, actually there's two, Alistar and Nidalee. Would be the only two that'd be left.
Yeah, for sure. The only true supports left. So, all right. So we see we'll see if they go with this here with a Nocturne. So.
I assume he would be jungling this game. I haven't seen many Nocturnes go anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure. So there's the lock there from Smite players for Nocturne.
Oh,
Ooh,
I did forget about Taric.
Yeah.
I lied. There was another one.
Taric. So this will be interesting here. I wonder if they'll go with Kate. Kate's a very popular bottom with him. So it looks like we got also the lockdown on Shen. So probably going to see him solo top.
Scary.
So.
Ooh, that's a scary bot lane right there. Leona and Graves.
Yeah, they will be feared. So.
The only thing I don't like about the Leona Graves bot lane is the fact that Graves really does shine with high sustain supports. Well, seeing that most of those are gone, you can't really do that anyways. So
Right.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do as much as he normally would. But Graves is still always really strong. He's tanky. He does good burst damage.
Yeah.
So it can still work out very well.
Yeah. And Leona's crowd control to back it up is going to be definitely something that's going to help that Graves probably get those kills if he needs them. So.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Urgot.
Urgot.
Ooh.
So that'd be an interesting combo there, Tark Urgot.
I've actually seen this a lot lately.
Mhm.
It works out pretty well. But you have to win that early game. And the one thing I don't like about Urgot is the fact that he becomes just a tank pretty much late game. I mean, he does a little bit of damage, but he really never does shine unless he gets ridiculously fed. But the utility behind his ult just makes him so strong.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, all right, and then also the lock there on Cassiopeia. So definitely going to see her mid. Be interesting here. I'm wondering if they're going to do that Fizz to mid. So that will be a good counter to Cassiopeia. Ooh.
Ooh. Looks like we got a Morgana mid and Fizz top.
Yeah, for sure. So.
We still don't know if Shen's jungling or top laning yet.
Yeah.
It looks like he probably will be jungling. Unless they do a swap here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looking at their picks, if that's really an option, you know, I don't really see any of these other guys being a really strong jungle.
Cal can jungle. I've seen it plenty of times, but Shen just has that taunt, which makes him very, very strong in the jungle.
Yeah, for sure, especially for those ganks. So.
All right. So it does look like everyone's swapped and is ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like everyone has picked. So this is going to be interesting seeing some of these combinations. Oh, looks like there's some more switching going on there. So, from the looks of it, definitely you're probably going to see Kayle top versus the Fizz. That'll be an interesting little dynamic there because, I mean, really, Fizz's playful trickster, I mean, that's just one of those things, like, he can just dodge anything. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It makes him extremely effective early game because he can even, like, do things like tower dive and, you know, get in and out without really taking too much damage, you know. But Kayle, on the other hand, I mean, as long as she gets to spam her ability, AoE ability, I mean, that's going to do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, and the fact she can equally tower dive as well with that ult of hers. She wouldn't have a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. I thought this Leona was trolling us for a moment. I was seeing Surge and Promote. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here?
The new meta. No,
yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting there. So, and then bottom, we're gonna see the Urgot and Taric versus Leona and Graves. Yeah. So, Graves is able to do a lot of damage early game. He's gonna have his dash. He's gonna have some of his AoE abilities too that are going to be able to do all of those things that are going to help him get through that. So,
the scary thing is here though is where Urgot has that ridiculously long poke, and they don't actually have a sustained bot lane. Graves might have a lot of times actually trying to stay in lane and CS the whole time.
Right. It's probably why we see that Graves taking that heal, kind of helping that sustain, knowing that he's probably not going to be able to get too much of that from, obviously, from his support. So,
well, one thing I see on the Thunders here is that Leona actually neglected to go for Flash or any kind of escape. I mean, I like the exhaust ignite combo. It kind of guarantees kills, which means they're going to play very aggressively, which is probably really smart considering what they're going against. You know, the longer they wait, the more tankier the Urgot's going to get.
Right.
Urgot's really weak early on, because especially where first item he'll normally go for is the tier, and it really doesn't help him in any way other than more mana. And that still doesn't help him until later in the game where he can actually have it built up.
Gotcha.
So they'll be really strong early game, be able to try to push the advantage with that. However, you know, Leona won't be able to flash and get those quick stuns and snares and everything, or flash out of danger if they get caught out of position.
Right.
She has really good ward coverage. It'll work amazing. But if not, you know, this might be a big blunder on their part.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, it just comes out to that, a little bit of that micro, as you would say, you know, of making sure you're getting that small stuff done so you can make the big plays happen. So,
Yep.
for sure. So, definitely, I mean, and the big thing is once, you know, Urgot gets to level 6 and is able to get that ult, that's going to be one thing to really be feared of. So, so anyway. Yeah.
The CC on the purple team is actually really ridiculous. But, you know, blue team isn't lacking one bit at all. I mean, both teams have a lot of crowd control, so this is going to be crazy to see what they actually manage to pull off. I don't believe either carries are going to be able to do much, and it looks like we are loading into the game finally.
Yeah, for sure. So, and we are going to probably just finish that conversation up there, though, with the middle being Cassiopeia and Morgana. It's going to be interesting to see how the two of them really go at it, because both of them kind of have a lot of moves that are just kind of well, Cassiopeia, a lot of her moves are more instant effects, because she's going to be able to do that, but Morgana, on the other hand, I mean, as long as she can get that Dark Bind, she should be able to do a lot of harassment to Cassiopeia.
Yeah, Cassiopeia, I believe, was going to have some problems until she managed to get her pistol, which I would believe she would rush, most likely, so she can sustain in lane against Morgana.
Yeah,
where Morgana really actually can neglect going that way and can go for more tankier build for like a Rod of Ages and items like that.
Yeah, for sure, because of her passive of, geez, what's it called, Spell Vamp. So, alrighty.
Oh, I'm really scared of the Shen jungle though. I believe we'll see a lot of ganks get pulled off with him very effectively. Shens are just scary.
They definitely are, and man, definitely, I mean, his ult, though, his ability to jump around the map is just ridiculous, so. Okay, we should be popping in here any second now.
I think Cassiopeia needed to feed her hamster.
Yeah.
It's running out of juice.
Definitely, I mean, you know, let's all pitch in and get her upgrade from that TI-84, so.
Oh yeah. Hey, wait, let's get me to that first. Oh right, looks like we're finally in.
Awesome, yep. Looks like the game has begun. I'm gonna go here and make sure we get this going.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay. Jump around the map, not too much going on at the moment. Let's see, both teams kind of protecting their blues for their junglers. Also protecting their red. Looks like that.
Looks like purple team's actually really scared of blue invading into their blue.
For sure, so.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Definitely all stacked there, because they did. Looks like they may have anticipated maybe an invade there. I'm not sure entirely why their support didn't take clairvoyance, so not going to be really, which is usually a telltale sign if someone's really going to invade like that. So
yeah.
Minions have spawned.
Right.
Looks like Kel is going to go ahead and back to grab an extra health pot.
Sure. Looks like they're both jungles are going to start with the wolves. Help make that a faster jungle.
Alright, yeah, it looks like everyone's just going to their lanes, standard play. And we're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. So, it's one of those things we're just going to see now how all lanes are going to be able to do this. Wow, it actually looks that we had Morgana go top and Fizz middle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of a switch up.
For a gank.
Definitely coming for the gank, so we're going to see how this is going to go here.
Fair gets Dark Binding. The exhaust.
Oh, is it enough? Oh,
Oh,
man,
so
Kayle
close.
able to get out of that with 45 health.
Graves
Wow.
taking a bit of damage on bot lane. Neither player able to manage a kill out of it. Nocturne coming around trying to steal the red. Shen does see this.
Shen's there.
Morgana coming behind them and might actually go pick up this kill on Shen. If she managed to get close enough for the Dark Binding. Dark Binding goes off. Shen's going low. One more hit on Shen and he goes down.
And Shen does fall there to Morgana, which gives her the blue. That is going to be a big deal here in the long run. Oh,
Another Dark Binding hit. Oh, Morgana landing those Dark Bindings just one after another, doing an amazing job.
definitely doing great on her skill burst right now. So.
Right, and Nocturne will take off with the red buff. Shen is coming down to try to check it.
Alright, we do have some action going on in the middle. It does look like Fid doing some poke there on Cassiopeia, bringing her dangerously low. So. Oh, Fizz doing the dive. Oh man. That Fizz
Just getting that flash just in time.
yeah, man. That Fizz is not letting up at all on her. So.
Oh, we got some action top lane. Morgana and Kayle very, very low. And both are just going to back off from each other. Shen does look around like he's going to come around for a gank. It's in really good position. Morgana doesn't have a ward, so she doesn't know this is coming.
For sure.
However, she is very paranoid of it.
Yeah, she's being very wary. She does know she has the lead right now. Bottom, a lot of action on bottom. It does look like we will see.
Urgot might go down here in just a moment. One more hit on Urgot. He is
It
down.
does like Morgana does fall on top also. A lot of action going on both lanes here.
Graves might get taken out by the turret. One more swing and not quite able to pick that off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just didn't want to take those tower shots. Actually, can't really afford to have those tower shots against the Graves. So.
Yep.
Does look like that. Nocturne picking up his red also, so doing a great job in the jungle. So
Looks like Nocturne might attempt a gank on bottom. He's so low on HP to think about doing that.
then again, he is going up against a Taric, so he knows that Taric can't put out a ton of damage, but
Urgot has shown up though.
yeah, so yeah, that will definitely repel that. So.
We do have really good ward coverage for purple team other than top lane, which we have no ward coverage.
Yeah.
I really do like to see ward coverage just like this. Pretty much covers all your bases, know everything's going on. Looks like we get a lot of action happening at top lane. We're getting really, really low.
Definitely doing a lot of damage there to Morgana. Yeah, both teams are doing very well though. All carriers are doing well and making sure they're collecting that CS, and on bottom lane, we do see that Urgot is a little bit ahead on the CS count, opposed to Graves right now. So, all right, we may be seeing a gank here on top. Nocturne is moving into place. Oh, looks like there is the initiate there. Nocturne moving in on it here. Kind of pulling a little bit of the pickle right now. Oh, the fear going down.
She just needs to go for the kill, but she will not manage to get it.
Oh wow, that's very unfortunate there for.
Looks like there's some action going on bot lane. Leona getting really, really low. Getting out of there just with the skin of her teeth.
Yeah, for sure, and it does look like Shen not really able to help him out there very much. Kind of came a little late, I think. So. But I will tell you, this Nocturne is doing a great job in doing a counter jungle. So.
And Nocturne just did hit level 6, so we'll start seeing those ults go off. So we can start chasing down all these players that try to get away with no HP.
Yeah, so.
Shen's still 2 levels behind Nocturne, however. He won't be able to jump around the map for a while, actually.
Yeah. And we're really seeing the power of just shutting down your jungle, you know, like that counter jungle is from the very beginning just been constant, so. Does look like Morgana will be picking up that blue again, so.
The second attempt to try to grab that blue.
Yeah, the first attempt did not go well. Oh, the ult there by Urgot. The stun by Taric. They will down Leona. And then, man, yeah, they will try to go for that Graves, but Graves just backing away.
That Urgot ult, so strong.
I
so
know.
very, very strong.
Yeah, and there was really nothing there that Leona could do with the stun and a taunt and all of that together. Just enough crowd control, just really to shut her down.
We got Nocturne coming up on top lane, getting behind Kel.
No, let's see.
Cassiopeia coming up to try to help Shen as well.
Oh, that was a good juke there. Oh, Cassiopeia coming up to help. The stun going down. Will they?
Oh, that Morgana's getting so low.
Oh,
Morgana goes down. That was good reaction from Cassiopeia to get up there as fast as possible to help out Kel.
Yeah, and that was a great placement. Way to see that there, and help out that teammate. So.
Purple team is looking like they're in a very strong position this game.
Yeah, both teams still doing pretty well though, according to the gold count, but.
Yep.
Ooh, a lot of damage going out there by Urgot.
See, this is interesting. I haven't seen a lot of Urgots neglect to go for the tier early on. Most of them want to rush that tier so they can have the mana to sustain their constant spam. So this is actually kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, it is, so. Wow. Urgot is just chunking away there. So.
And without a sustained support bot lane for Graves, he won't be able to stay in lane hardly at all.
Yeah, for sure, and making sure that Graves' CS stays low. That's definitely going to hurt him in the long run. So, oh, the ult coming out there, but we're going to try and get to Leona again. Oh, and the ult coming up.
Oh, Urgot is going to take out by that last minion hit. I believe that's what killed him there.
Ooh,
Shen getting taken out as well. I don't know if Tark's going to be able to make it out of here in time. There's the exhaust. I'd expect the fear to come up soon. Oh, they're slow. Leona can quite reach him.
No.
Oh, and Nocturne does manage to pick up the kill.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bad engagement there by Basement State University. But a great pickup there, and it looks like they will go ahead and get Dragon here. So
Graves will have to back after they went for Dragon. However, I'm sure he's got something he wants to buy. All that money.
for sure. So he's sitting on almost about 2K. So yeah, for sure. Probably gonna go back, get his BF sword. Yep, and looks like he's even gonna pick up a sight ward to make sure he can do that counter warding. So Kayle really showing her stuff right now on top against that Morgana. Right now, not seeing too much going on, just back to lanes right now at the moment. So
Cassiopeia is going for her blue buff. This will allow her to spam as much as she wants in lane against Fizz.
for sure.
Might put him in a bad position.
We are starting to move into the phase of the game, though, that we're going to start seeing a lot of heavy ganks and then turret losses, I would say. So once the turrets start to fall, then we're definitely. It looks like Nocturne doing some anti-warding right now. I didn't realize he had the oracles on it. So, oh wow, that Urgot's really starting to be something that's feared. I mean, he's just chunking away at Graves.
Yeah. Well, by the way, what I said about the Urgot early not being scary, I take that back now. And it looks like Morgana is going to pick up blue buff.
Yep, she will pick up the blue buff.
Shen picking up red buff himself.
And it does
looks like
look
Nocturne
like
is trying to come around.
Nocturne looking like he's going to try and steal their red. Is he going to get caught by Shen there in the jungle? No. Kayle coming back just in case, making sure they didn't want to have any conflict there.
Kayle doing a really good job dodging those snares one after another. Morgana cannot be happy about that. That Urgot is doing some amazing poke, being Leona very low. It's going to force her to have to back.
Sure, and giving them the opportunity definitely to push that turret. So.
But Cassiopeia is working her way down. Nope, just the ward. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Okay, she finally made up her mind.
Ooh, Urgot taking some turret shots. Nothing too bad though.
Looks like we do have 4 people heading down the bot lane.
Yeah. Ooh, are we going to see some engagement down here on bottom? No.
At top lane, we did have Shen jump in, try to get the kill. Morgana getting very low. Ignite going off and picking up the kill for Kayle.
Great job there by Kayle. So Kayle actually doing surprisingly well against Morgana. She's doing a good job of doing the harassment. So it looks like they will go ahead here and try and push this turret as they should at this moment. So.
That Nocturne definitely his money's worth out of that Oracles.
Yeah, for sure. He's doing a great job doing the anti-warding, keeping that
Blue team's turret
down.
has been
So
destroyed.
it does look like the first turret will fall there for Smite players and go to basement state. So and this is a big thing too, you know, because this is really a game about pushing turrets. So.
And this, with that turret missing, as long as Morgana plays it slow, that's going to allow Kel to do what she wants, where she wants. And it looks like Morgana is just going to focus on the last hitting. It's not going to try to push it quickly. Oh, she does actually AoE that last little bit. See, this is the weird position Morgana's in right now. It's like either you push the lane quickly and make yourself vulnerable, but keep the top lane player in the top lane and not give them that roaming position, or you take the advantage of the extra farm and be able to use and try to farm up back into the game or get in a higher advantage. Raquel is actually 40 CS ahead of Morgana. That is actually a huge amount. You know, you're looking at probably the equivalent of 3 kills right there.
Right, for sure. So I mean, that's definitely, that comes down to a lot of money. I mean, and see, as we see here, like now without that turret, ooh, that was a good dark bind though. Without that turret too, it also makes it a little harder for that jungle to get around. So a fear of, because you don't have that sight there on the top anymore to really feel like you know where the top player's at all the time. So
right, we do have 4 players coming down to bot lane. Looks like they were going to attempt a gank. Probably try to get some so they can take off with the dragon here soon. Morgana coming down as well. We will have all 5 players down towards the bot lane, as well as for the purple team as well. Barely missing that binding.
Yeah, for sure. That juke right there. So it does look like we have all 5 players of BSU here in the jungle. It looks like they are going to go for that dragon. We're going to try and see the steal here. Oh.
Good ults going off. I don't like the idea that they're focusing down that Urgot. They need to get down that Cassiopeia as fast as possible. She's the one that's going to be doing the majority of the damage early on.
Shut down.
Sure.
Looks like all the players from SP are going to go down. This Nocturne might barely make it out. Last over 4 targets. Good job on that, Cat.
It does look like BSU will gain the ace on that engagement, and they will go ahead and get the dragon as well. So this is major. This is definitely going to be, they're going to have BSU. You might going to see them pull away because of that engagement. So.
And it looks like they also will take off the mid turret as well.
Yeah, so it's really one of those things, you know, I mean, with the ace there, they really have the ability to just push the lane, collect what they can, to make Smite players really pay for that. So Shen working on his red.
Morgana coming up for her blue. It looks like they're just going to slowly push the bot lane, try to keep safe under the turret. Although, this late in the game, I don't know if you can really say being under the turret is safe.
Yeah, especially the outer turrets at this point.
That Shen could just jump in, tank the turret all day, and then leave with no problems whatsoever.
Right. It's just, and then you know, that's really what it comes down to. I mean, like these teams, as long as they can make the towers worthless, there's really nowhere for these champions to run. There's not big plays underneath the turrets anymore because they're able to just weaken. I mean, they can just tank it. So, ooh, definitely.
Looks like we got a good fight going on.
Do you see Nocturne jumping into the fight? Will they be able to do Nocturne? Ooh.
Oh, Cassiopeia goes down to Fizz.
Wow, in the middle there. The bottom continuing to press on here. Urgot doing a lot of damage. Oh, and Shen
Shen jumped it just in time.
Oh,
Urgot able to make it out. That shield barely keeping him alive. And Leona goes down.
Tarek able to pick up that kill. Wow, that was well played there by Shen. Great timing.
Just happened to run out of there.
Oh, Fizz falling to Kale. Kind of popping in there, hoping to do some damage, scare away from the turret, but was not able to do that.
Another turret for top lane will go down.
Alright, we see Morgana here. She may try and confront Kale here again, but Kale just backing up, saying, you know, I've taken my turret, I'm good to go. Let's go buy some stuff. So
Kale's sitting at 2,400 gold right now.
definitely, she's gonna go ahead and cash that in. Getting the BF sword. Wow,
Nice.
that's
So
good.
going full AD Kale.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool what they did there. Where they went for the Urgot, they actually decided they're going to run Kale as their AD carry this game.
Yeah. So
Got a big fight going on bot lane. Shen ulting in, trying to pick up the kill on Leona. And it looks like Leona just might be a little bit too tanky. However, Urgot
Urgot able
to... Leona goes down.
wow, that was a great poke there by Urgot, keeping that his Q going there. So
That Nocturne coming in. Urgot still trying to pick off Graves, however. Urgot is so tanky though. And it looks like Cassiopeia and Fizz are fighting on mid. Morgana doing a great flash and catch up Cassiopeia without losing her ult.
Shen popping in, taking the turret. Is he going to be able to take it? Will it be enough? Yes. And they will take Graves and get, wow, and get Nocturne out of that. That is great. Urgot really doing a great job there. Oh, Morgana. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Kale taking full advantage of all the fights happening on bot lane where she can just push to her heart's content.
Nice. Yeah, and Kale kind of just backing away when that Fizz popped up. Just, you know, giving some space.
She definitely is not afraid of getting ganked anytime soon.
For sure, and so definitely, unfortunately though, that turret at the bottom is still there. Surprisingly, after all those battles there. So
we are coming around the 25-minute part of the game, which I normally expect to see some Baron attempts here soon. But with the one team having such a huge advantage over the other, I don't see much of a contest happening over there.
yeah, for sure. So Urgot definitely doing a lot of poke there to Morgana. Oop.
Leona might just get caught right here. Using the stun off just in time.
A lot of damage going down on her right now.
And Leona will draw.
Smite players just backing up, knowing that her fate is sealed. Alright, and it does look like that Basement State will be going for the attempt on the Baron. This probably won't be an attempt, it's not getting the Baron. Oh, and there you go. Ooh, this is... Oh, the stun actually getting... Oh.
And the ult on top. The Urgot ult on top of that.
Oh, man.
She had nowhere to run.
For sure, and so now a lot of damage going out. Oh, Urgot just putting the damage out on Graves. Nocturne trying to get away.
As much as he can.
And it does look like Basement State will go for the middle turret.
And this Leona is in a very bad position. She is so far behind in levels that I don't think she can help her team out no matter what she does. She's more of a free gold just sitting there at this point. And Leona does get caught trying to slow him down, but Leona will go down once again.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah,
Looks like there's
Looks like
Go
they
ahead,
will,
sorry.
No, you're fine. It looks like they will go ahead and push the inhibitor there. So, wow. It's going to be interesting here. I mean, definitely when you have the Baron, this is how aggressive you need to be. You know, you have this incredible buff. Oh, Urgot popping the ult on Graves. Oh, Tiz going down.
It looks like Basement State is going to be able to end the game here shortly.
For sure. So right now in our league, and one of the big things is if you're able to get a win under 30, that does gain you an extra point in standing. So
they are rushing for that.
And as they should. I mean, it is that extra point. Oh, and Graves. Oh, there's just too much damage. And it does look like that Basement State will get the win. And that's congratulations to Basement State.
Victory!
Great game by both Smite players and Basement State. So,
oh, well, that was fun.
yeah, that was a great game. It was kind of a toss-up there at the beginning. But yeah, go ahead.
I was very surprised on that Urgot. However, like, he just kept doing so much damage so consistently too. After that game, I actually just want to go play him now. And it was just very, very well played. I mean, it was a great idea on the team comp too, like running the Kale more of an AD carry role while Urgot goes more tinky role later on. So they kind of exchange spots as the game progresses.
Yeah. So for sure, I mean, that was definitely that was a great game. It was well played. Definitely the combo on bottom worked out really well. They were able to zone Graves out, I think, really effectively, which really kind of turned the bottom lane into their favor. So, I mean, you can just see it, like the difference in CS between Graves and Urgot, really, you know. Just that ability to get that extra gold, get the items he needs. I mean, he even has the Frozen Heart, which definitely would shut down Graves even more because he's unable to even, you know, hit as fast.
And anytime Nocturne came down to try to gank them, I mean, he takes the huge effect from it too. He's very attack speed reliant as well.
For sure. So, yeah, so a great game by both teams, and we're good to go there. So. Right.